Today's thought is coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. Good morning, students. Welcome back. I hope all of you are fit and fine at home and studying well and completing your work on time. This video is for the students of class 8th, subject English, and this is our revision lecture video. Number 7. Students, today in this video, we are going to revise our chapter number 4, that is Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory. This chapter is taken from Honeydew book. Basically in this video, we are not going to read this chapter in detail because we have already read this chapter in detail. So today, we shall just only have a review of this chapter. After then, we shall discuss the homework solution of the homework which was assigned you in lecture number 1 of chapter 33, that is dialogue writing or skit. So let's start our revision of chapter number 4, that is Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory. Before start reading the summary in detail, first of all, let us see what is the introduction of the chapter. A question arises. Do you have a good memory? Has your memory ever played any tricks on you? Forgetfulness often puts you in a tight spot, but forgetting a part of your life completely may drive you crazy. In the story, Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory, the protagonist means the main character in a play. Bipin Babu goes nearly crazy because he cannot recollect his stay at Ranchi. Although there are many witnesses to support the fact, he insists that he has never been to Ranchi. It is a humorous story about of how Chunilal's teaches his friend Bipin Chaudhary a lesson. As mentioned in the letter that he wrote to Bipin Chaudhary, Chunilal explains that even though he didn't have any resources, all he was left with was his imagination. This imagination had helped him write a book which a publisher had been reviewing. So far, the publisher seemed positive about Chunilal's book and he accepts it to get published. This would help Chunilal overcome his financial crisis he was facing. All he wanted to do was teach Bipin Chaudhary a lesson. Since Bipin was better off than Chunilal, he was accepted to help his friend. But he had forgotten the true meaning of friendship. Thus, the so-called lapse of or lapse in memory was to teach Bipin Chaudhary a much needed lesson. So this is a short introduction about this chapter. To know what will happen next, let's read the detailed summary of part 1 of this chapter. Bipin means Ghosh. Bipin Chaudhary was a regular visitor at Kali Charna's book shop in the New Market. That day, however, he had a strange feeling that someone was observing him closely. He turned round only to see a meek-looking person break into a smile. The man seemed much surprised that Bipin Babu had not recognized him. He told Bipin Babu that he had been with him for a week when he visited Ranchi in 1958. Obviously, Bipin Babu thought that the man who called himself Parimal Ghosh was mistaken. He had never been to Ranchi. He told him so, but Ghosh looked at him in disbelief. Ghosh confuses Chaudhary. Ghosh laughed aloud. He narrated the incidents of his Ranchi journey in detail. He told Chaudhary how he had injured his knee in Hundru or Hudru. It was Ghosh who had come to his help then. One, Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee was also in Ranchi at that time. Ghosh was sure that Chaudhary knew him. Chaudhary had stayed in a hired bungalow while Mukherjee remained with his sister. He even reminded Chaudhary that he always carried a bag with his books on his sightseeing trips. Now, Bipin Babu asked Ghosh which month it was. October, replied Ghosh. At this, Bipin Babu said that in October 1958 he was with his friend at Kanpur. Ghosh is determined. Ghosh didn't give in. He told Bipin Babu how he had one day spoken about his lonely life. Bipin Babu had then spoken about his dead wife and the only brother who died insane. Insane means mentally ill. Bipin Babu felt that while he stepped out, Ghosh was still looking at him in disbelief. So, this is the summary of part 1. Now, what will happen next? To know about this, let's read the detailed summary of part 2. Bipin Babu doubts. Bipin Babu asked his driver Sitaram to drive by the Ganga. He regretted having paid any heed to Ghosh. Yet the incident haunted his mind. The man knew a great deal about him. For the first time, a slight doubt assailed his mind. Was he losing his mind? But he remembered well that he was at Kanpur. Suddenly, he thought of writing to Haridas Bagchi, his host at Kanpur. Then he remembered that Haridas had left for Japan a few weeks before. Bipin Babu decides to confirm. Bipin Babu rolled up his trousers and took a look at his right knee. There was a cut mark. It was difficult to remember when he had got it. Then he thought of Dinesh Mukherjee. Ghosh had said that Dinesh was in Ranchi at that time. He wanted to go to him at once. But what would Dinesh think of him? After all, Bipin Babu knew that he had never been to Ranchi. Dinesh would certainly consider him a little insane. He knew also that Dinesh was never his well-wisher. Bipin Babu comes home. Bipin Babu felt much better when he was home. After dinner, he lost himself in a new office. The incident came back to him. Just before lunch, Bipin Babu decided to ring up Dinesh. To his surprise, Dinesh confirmed what Ghosh had said. Bipin Babu is sick. Bipin Babu slammed the receiver down. He had lost his appetite. He did not take his lunch. Mr. Mukherjee had only added to his worries. So this is the story of part 2. What will happen next? To know about this, let's read the summary of part 3 now. Chunnilal confirms his fears. Bipin Babu had been in that firm for 25 years. For the first time, he was feeling sick. He couldn't or could not continue working. His head was in a whirl, means move. He came home, it was only 2:30. At 7:30, there was a visitor named Chunni Babu. Bipin Babu knew why Chunnilal had come. They were at school together. Now, Chunnilal was having a rough time. He wanted Bipin Babu's help about a job. Bipin Babu knew he could not do anything and told him so. Yet, Chunnilal kept pressing. So at first, he sent word that he couldn't or could not meet Chunnilal for a few weeks. Then, remembering something, he hurried down to see him. He asked Chunnilal if he remembered his going to Ranchi in 1958. Of course, Chunnilal did. He looked at Bipin Babu's face with concern. How could a man with so sharp a memory forget it? Chunnilal had himself been at the railway station to see him off. He expressed great concern about Bipin Babu's health. Bipin Babu said that it must be the hard work. He told Chunnilal that he would consult a specialist. The specialist. Bipin Babu went to Dr. Paresh Chandra and put his problem before him. The doctor was puzzled. He told him that his was an unusual case. He remembered everything except his trip to Ranchi. Yet he was somehow convinced of having been there. So the doctor suggested that he should go to Ranchi now. The sight of the place might remind him of the trip. So this is the summary, or you can say story of part 3. What will happen at the end of the story? To know about this, let's read the detailed summary of part 4. Bipin Babu at Ranchi. Acting upon his doctor's advice, Bipin Babu went to Ranchi. At the railway station of Ranchi itself, he felt certain of one thing. It was that he had never been there before. He went round the city and had the same feeling. He decided to try a trip to Hudru or Hundru also. So he went there. At 5 o'clock the same afternoon, two Gujarati gentlemen found him. He was lying unconscious beside a boulder. Boulder means a big rock in Hundru or Hudru. On regaining consciousness, his first words were, "I am finished. There is no hope left." Bipin Babu is cured. Cured means to make an illness, injury, etc. end. Next morning, he was back in Calcutta. He was a shattered, means very shocked and upset man. He wondered if he was going to end up in an asylum. He rang up Dr. Chandra and asked him to come over. That day he went to bed with an ice bag, clamped means hold, on his head. Then he received an envelope. He went through the letter at once. It was from Chunni Lal. In his letter, Chunni Lal had first expressed his bitterness for getting no help from Bipin Babu. Then he frankly told Bipin Babu that his memory was all right. It was his plan in retribution against his unfailing behavior. Retribution means punishment. Then he told Bipin Chaudhary how he had played a practical joke upon him. This he did with the help of Mr. Ghosh and Dinesh Mukherjee. Now it was clear to Bipin Babu that he had not really lost his memory. Bipin Babu's lie. When Dr. Chandra came, Bipin Babu told a lie. He said that he had remembered everything on reaching Ranchi railway station. He said that he had called him for a painkiller. He had the pain in the hip due to a fall in Ranchi. So, this is the story of chapter 4, which is written by Satyajit Ray. And this is the end of the lecture. Students, you have to do your homework on the basis of the chapter revised or explained by me. And your homework is do assignment based on chapter 4, that is Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory of Honeydew book, which is uploaded under homework column on EdQuark website. This assignment you have to do in your English Fair notebook by following the correct format. In this video, we shall discuss the homework solution of the homework which was assigned you in lecture number 1 of chapter 33, that is dialogue writing or skit. We have already discussed the meaning, types and elements of dialogue writing in our previous video. As I assigned you homework which was to be done by you on the basis of your understanding. And your homework was revise chapter 33, that is dialogue writing or skit, from the book or video, and based on the understanding of the topic do exercises mentioned in the PC Ren's grammar book as page number 184 exercise number 1, page number 185 exercise number 2. Let's discuss the exercises in detail. Let's see exercise number 1, which is on page number 184. Read the following story and compose dialogues based on it. Story is, one day Uncle Peter goes to a restaurant to have breakfast. He orders hot and sour chicken soup. The waiter brings the soup after a while. Uncle Peter is very hungry by then and he at once begins to savor the chicken soup. Savor means taste. When the soup is almost finished, he discovers a cockroach floating there in the bowl of soup. He gets furious and calls for the waiter and begins to shout at once or at him. The waiter listens to him patiently and then politely tells him that he would not charge anything extra for the cockroach since it is free with the chicken soup. Answer. Students, I am not going to write dialogues based on the story because it depends upon your thinking, creativity and understanding skills, and answer may vary. So now let's see exercise number 2, which is on page number 185. Read the following conversation between a father and son and develop it into a story. So let's see the conversation. Father: tomorrow is your exam, son, and you are constantly, means again and again, fiddling with your phone. Fiddling means playing. Son: Daddy, I am having a serious discussion with my friend about tomorrow's exam. Father: and Do you think this discussion will bring you good marks? Son, I don't know whether it is going to bring good marks to us, but it will definitely do good to our friend Payal. Father, Payal, how is she related to your exam? What nonsense are you talking about? Son, be serious, my boy. It is exam time. Stop talking about all these insignificant topics right now. Son, that is what we are doing. We are discussing how we can stop and motivate Payal not to cheat in exam. That is what she does in every exam. She disturbs us a lot, Daddy. So we were discussing about ways to stop her from disturbing us. Father, don't worry, son. Tomorrow I will go to school and talk to your teacher to change your place so that you don't have to sit anywhere near Payal. Now leave that phone and begin to prepare for your exam. Son, thank you, Daddy. Answer. Students, I am not going to write story based on dialogues because answer may vary. It depends upon your thinking, creativity and understanding skills. Students, note the important information. On Monday, solution of assignment will be uploaded on EdQuark website under homework solution column at sharp 9 am. On Tuesday, test will be conducted and uploaded on EdQuark website under homework column and time will be intimated to you. No video lectures will be uploaded on Monday and Tuesday. So, this is the end of the lecture. Students, if you like our videos, then please hit on the like button and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.